F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anytime and anywhere at all down here in Massachusetts. GBH politics reporter Adam Reilly joins us to discuss. Hi, Adam. Good morning.
Hey, Tori.
So the Massachusetts Senate is pushing this fun agenda, which aims to encourage and increase the economic benefits of making Massachusetts a more fun place to live and visit. Can you break this down for us?
Sure. I think one of the things, the fun agenda, and I think I heard you using air quotes as you spoke. I'm using air quotes right now. You didn't use air quotes?
Maybe in my voice I did, but I wasn't trying to.
One of the things they're trying to do is kind of capture this moment that we just had with the World Cup and make sure that it goes on forever. So some of the items in the fun agenda, there's the drinking part and the non-drinking part. The drinking part was originally going to include extending last call until 3 a.m.
Which was something we had in effect during the World Cup.
Right,
yeah.
With a local option. It wouldn't be mandatory, but cities and towns could do that if they wanted to. Letting bars and restaurants start serving booze at 8 a.m., lifting the ban on happy hour. That would be, again, something with a local option that cities and towns could opt into, and making public drinking districts permanent with a local option, which, as you mentioned, or which, again, is something that we had operative during the World Cup. Then it includes developing a plan to host a so-called Massachusetts Cup, a tournament featuring international teams, capping the resale price of tickets, expanding support for agritourism, and creating a micro-grant program for performers, artists, and promoters to spur entertainment and nightlife. Whole bunch of stuff in the fun agenda. But yesterday, the Senate voted, and they took out two of the key things. They took out extending last call until 3 a.m., and they took out letting bars and restaurants start serving at 8 a.m.
Yeah, the happy hour thing remains on the table, though.
Yep.
And Wu had, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, she had wanted to keep last calls and public consumption districts permanent after the World Cup. Healy was in favor of the extended bar hours and bringing back happy hour. Yep. We have a clip speaking to the Greg Hill Show on WEEI back in June. Healy said that she supports happy hour as one way to get more young people in their 20s and early 30s to have fun and to stay in the city.
It's really important that we create spaces for them to hang out and socialize and be, and different forms of entertainment. That's one thing. There are other things you can do to create that, but I want to build a better vibe for young people here in the state and young people who want to come here and stay here, hopefully.
Let's build a vibe. House Ways and Means Chair Aaron Michaelwitz represents the North End. He told GBH that restaurants in his district don't want happy hour.
Many restaurants I know that I've spoken with, obviously I represent a district that has a lot of them, they feel it's a race to the bottom in terms of that discussion. And so I do think that's why we've had opposition in the past.
So happy hour was banned in 1984 to address a huge drunk driving problem in the state.
This horrible slew of accidents.
This always comes up in this discussion. And so much of this fun agenda is really focused on drinking.
Yep.
And that's the thing that always comes up in this conversation about whether or not Boston is a fun city, is if we have enough drinking opportunities.
Can you drink early enough and late enough and cheaply enough?
But there are other infrastructure things around this that I think, I maybe you can inform me if this is like part of the bill, but
sure.
If we wanted to have people working at bars staying out later, how are they going to get home if the T is not extended?
Yeah, I think that's a huge issue. And it could be one reason that the 3 p.m. or I keep saying
3
that. I'm indicating, when
like,
I would stop
so
drinking for the day, it'd be about 3 p.m.
3 p.m. somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I think that might be one reason that the 3 a.m. closing time died.
Okay. Yeah. I think I think about other little things too. Like I just learned yesterday that there are cities that have a dedicated pedicab, like electronic pedicab
system. That's a very cool option. So that is fun. In Austin, that's just objectively fun.
Right? So in Austin, Texas, you can take a pedicab and the person who's taking you is not necessarily dying on the pedicab because it's electric assisted. Those are banned in Massachusetts. So there's all these like little tiny things that I wonder.
Would totally back adding that to the fun agenda.
Okay, when you are in the Senate, I guess you can do that.
Right, but no, it's worth noting that Aaron Michaelwitz, the fact that the number 2 Democrat in the House, the chair of Ways and Means, says that he's not a fan of the idea of happy hour. that's a strong indication that that's not going to happen in the House, and it's not going to be brought back. Now, do we have any sound of Ron Mariano?
Yes, we
the
have.
House Speaker. He was hilarious talking
We have
about
2
this fun
seconds from
agenda.
Ron Mariano. This is he's skeptical. His response when talking to reporters about finding more fun and making more fun in Massachusetts.
I've never had trouble finding it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's excellent. So he too does not seem overly enthused about the fun agenda.
No, he's like, if you're not having fun, that's a you problem.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
you. I'm me.
He also went on to say, I haven't talked to many people about whether or not they hit their fun quotient every night. So I know, he said, I can go through maybe a handful of people off the top of my head who I know hit the fun quotient every night. So I found his comments hilarious.
I do find the agritourism thing really interesting because, people love to go leaf peeping. I love to stay in a cabin with my friends, and then we'll go out to
Cider
like a
can be
little
delicious.
cider donuts,
yep.
yes, pumpkin patches, corn mazes. But Massachusetts State Senator Jo Comerford, who represents the Hampshire, Franklin, and Worcester districts, she had some words for Jim and Marjorie after they made a joke about corn mazes in their discussion about the fun agenda on BPR. This is a little bit of her in a TikTok video. She addressed them by name and called them the heck out.
On your show, you had a little chuckle about corn mazes, which actually missed the point and belittled my interest in investing in what's called agritourism. Now, agritourism may be a new word to you, and east-west misunderstandings happen all the time when I'm, on the road in Boston or at home. So I thought I'd nip this one in the bud and also issue a little invitation to you.
So the invitation is for them to come out and enjoy
The
everything.
bounty of Western
because
Massachusetts.
these
yeah.
she wanted to explain, local farms have faced enormous economic headwinds.
Yep, they're
particularly
shutting
from
down
the
in big numbers.
Trump administration. So this is how they make their money, and then they're able to grow food for us and clean our water and give food to food pantries and feed people who are hungry throughout the entire state. So she's saying, come check out a corn maze or whatever. I did reach out to Jim Browdy this morning, and I said, are you going to go or what? And he's not responded to my request for comment from earlier this morning.
They should check it out if they haven't seen it, because it actually was a really impassioned and convincing response. I might have been inclined before I saw that to make fun of agritourism being part of the fun agenda, but she makes a really good case.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's incredibly important. GBH politics reporter Adam Reilly. You have one more thing. Say it.
Well, you and I were talking about, do people leave here because they can't drink enough, or do they leave for other reasons like not being able to afford a house? And that's a huge question lingering over this debate.
All right. We'll have to talk more about that later. That's very important.